in this lesson, we'll clean up our shoulder and arm chains and set up our initial constraints. Again, I've went ahead and recolored the envelope chain on the right side and also renamed these bones. Of course, rename the FKIK bones as well. So what we want to do from here, before we go ahead and clean these up, is just check the placement and make sure everything is mirrored over right. So you can see some things are off, and definitely in the fingers we can notice that. And we don't want that, of course. If we go ahead and envelope this, our deformations aren't going to look right. So let's go ahead and select each root here and can just slide this back in the x-axis. Okay, so that fixes the fingers and everything else. Okay, great. Now we're going to want to do the same for our IKFK bones. So what we could always do is head over to the layer manager and just snap to the arm root to take care of that entire chain. So heading over to the FK bones, we can go ahead and unhide. Select our FK chain, Shift A, and go ahead and choose the BN arm bone. That'll fix that. We'll hide that, bring back the IK chain, and do the same. Okay, so now that these are all in position, I'm just going to go ahead and unhide everything. And now we can select each of our roots again. When it comes to the arm, you're going to want to Control Marquee Select to grab each root. Grab the wrist. We'll do the same thing on the left side. Shoulder, Control Marquee Select the arm. Grab the wrist. Control page down. And now we can go in and freeze our transforms. Alright, so now they're all clean, and setting up our controls and such will be a lot easier for us. Alright, great. Well, once these are now cleaned up, we're going to want to set up our initial constraints. Now, what I mean by that is we're going to set up the position constraint as we had it on the left side. Because we have now frozen our bones, we're going to need to set up those constraints again, but only for our IKFK bones. We don't need to worry about that for our arm chain, because remember that arm chain is going to be driven by those extra bones that we've made. So to set this up here, I'm just going to go to the layer manager, expand the envelope objects, find the right arm, go ahead and scroll down. There it is. You can go ahead and hide that and do the same for the left. Okay, so now we can very easily go in and apply our position constraints. So hiding the FK bones, we can go ahead and take care of the IK first. And I'll go ahead and also turn on the visibility of the objects to hide, so we can, again, position constrain to the shoulder nubs. So that's, again, selecting the root, going to position constrain, and choosing the nub. Do the same thing for the left side. Now we could hide those bones and take care of the FK. Alright, great. So once that's done, we're ready to now start setting up the constraints between our envelope arm chain and the IKFK bones. So that's what we're going to work on in the next lesson.